little girl, and she did actually very well. But we drove there, and it was amazing. And Epicure paid for fit the bill for the Airbnb, all the expenses, the groceries, and traveled with me too because we made most of our meals in the multi-purpose steamer, which was super awesome. So, yeah, it was really fun, and we all survived. I'm just glad that everybody's back at school this week because I have a quiet house.
So, Carissa, what you went with another family, right? And what made you guys pick where you went, or how did you make the decision?
Well, so it was just on a whim on a summer night. We were talking about going somewhere for spring break. We're like, we should go somewhere
Yeah.
for spring break because both of our older kids are in ball. And when they get in high school, like tryouts and things like that are over spring break. So we're like, oh, we should definitely go do something because otherwise he's going to be left behind next year when we go.
Yeah.
But and we just said, well, let's go somewhere we can drive. And I didn't want to do the Florida thing. Like I love Florida, but we've been to Florida and I'd want to take my family to places that they haven't seen and like have a little history behind it. And my kids love music. They love country music. So we spend one of our days listening to live music and
Fun.
seeing all the sites and things and music. There's tours and things like that, country music Hall of Fame and all that. And the kids thought that was just like the coolest thing ever. So yeah, I don't know, it's 10 hours. I mean, you think about it, it's like sometimes it's like a hop, skip, and a jump away, I feel like. So I did want to go to Myrtle Beach. That is on my to go to the Carolinas. That's on my bucket list, I guess. But it's like a 17-hour drive. So no, we'll definitely fly for that one.
I love it. I love it. So, you guys, I just shared this live. If you're watching now in our Discover Epic Living group, we're so glad you're there. If you're watching in my customer group, great. I'm going to give Carissa a chance. She was kind of talking about spring break if you just tuned in and how Epicure funded that. So that would give us a chance to get sharing in all the places. But Carissa, if you need a second to do that, I wanted to make sure you could do that. And to the other consultants that are watching too, a reminder, this is publicly streaming on mine or Carissa's wall, and you can share it from there easily to your customer groups, to all of your spaces and places. Also in Messenger, which is awesome. You can actually just send this straight in a message to someone if you want to. So I'm Kayla Troutman. Really quick, I'll introduce myself and then I'll have Carissa do the same. And we want to know, if you're watching on the live, we want to know if you have spring break or some kind of like time off right now. If you have kiddos, or maybe even at your job, you get some time off for the Easter holiday, depending on your company and policies and who owns your company. But we would like to know if you have some time off coming up and what you're doing with it. I love that Carissa, like tonight's all about the perks of Epicure. And right away we could jump in with how Epicure funds these opportunities for her family. For me, I have one kiddo versus Carissa's 4, and she'll tell you a little bit more about her. Nate and I have been married 14 years. And we've got 2 Dalmatians. So Epicure funds my dogs and the bones and the kibbles. And this is legit. If you have pets, do a hashtag like dogs, because you know what I mean. The vet bills, just this week, Todd had like a rash on his skin. And I was like, oh my gosh, do we have to go into the vet again? Like, love them. They're my children. I will take him any day of the week. But I was like, this is going to be expensive. So we have 2 purebred Dalmatians, Todd and Tenley. My son is Macaulay. He's a 1st grader. And then my husband, Nate, and I, like, as I said, I've been married 14 years. One of the things for us was we did our spring break in February. We like to go when it's really bitter cold here in Wisconsin. It gives me some deep satisfaction. And so we went and took our family to Cozumel, to Mexico, and just enjoyed complete downtime. Like, I don't think I've slept in that late in years. Like, stayed in bed, slept in, enjoyed the beach, drank cocktails, snorkeled with the kids, toured the island. And that is like literally what I love, that we get to earn what we want to earn here and we can spend it how we choose. And those are opportunities that maybe in a traditional day-to-day job, I wouldn't be able to afford, or wouldn't feel like I have a flexible enough job to be able to take the time off. To just Tara saying yes, because Tara works outside of the home. And I can just, we actually were there, and Carissa knows this. On Tuesday, we were supposed to come back Wednesday. We made the executive decision that it was going to snow and we were going to stay till Friday. And so it's so fun that we could just go into the desk, stay a couple extra days, and not have to tell anyone we were taking off. And so I just think that's really cool. Carissa, so we know you have 4 kids because you told us about break. Tell us really quick, like where you live, a little bit about your family, your husband, and then we'll dive into more perks.
Yeah, so I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin. That was my daughter. If you saw her pouting, I have no idea
She's
what
so
that was
cute.
all about.
Oh, I thought she was
Oh,
kind of smiling. Was she sad?
she's like, she is
Oh,
something. Well, that's a whole nother day for her. Yeah, so I have four kiddos, almost 14-year-old, 11-year-old, 9-year-old, and almost she'll be 6 this next week. So live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, married to my husband Tony. We have the 4 children, and then we also have 2 fur animals. It's like a zoo around here 24/7, but it's fine. You know, Keela can relate with her animals too. And yeah, I love that Keela mentioned that about the opportunities and things like that, and what you want to, and we'll talk more about this, but what you want to get out of this opportunity, what you put in is what you get out. And so this was a big trip for my family. We didn't go anywhere last year, and the year before we actually went to Florida, went to Disney. And that was another Epicure thing where it was on my vision board, something that I really wanted to do. And I just love that this opportunity allows me to be able to be flexible for all the craziness of them, like their schedules. They like run my life right now. We're just in this weird season with them. Not weird. It's good. It's good. It's a good weird. But I love that this opportunity provides for them all the things that I can say yes to. I can say yes to extra hitting lessons for my oldest son. I can say yes to a birthday party for my 6-year-old and go all out and have all the goodie bags and all the fun things. And she wants to have a little dress and the little whatever. I can say yes to those things where sometimes when, you know, you don't have that opportunity and you're only tied to a certain amount, that's what you get every single month essentially. So, and I just want to point this out too. So you might be listening to Kayla and I for the first time, or this is maybe you've heard us several times, but I do always want to point out that we've never just come into this opportunity as work from home moms, like we've went through a ton of different seasons where I worked corporate America, was having babies. I worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And I've worked this alongside all of that. And I just think that's really important to put that out there, because sometimes you hear about different opportunities that are all across social media, and you think people just jump in and, you know, boom, they have all this all these elaborate things. So I just want to point out that Gil and I have have started where from the same box as everybody else. So but it's a little bit
Awesome. Yeah, that's
about me. Yeah.
Because yeah, I do think I forget to say all the time. So when we came into the industry, Chris and I did not know each other. We're not in each other's teams or downlines. We're actually just sideline sisters that have met in the business. And one of the perks that I think I wrote down, so this might not be in order, Chris, of what we wanted to exactly talk about, but one of the things that I wrote down for tonight was just, for me, what I didn't realize I was going to need in this business is I didn't know that I go from working full time to starting to build my side business, which a lot of you are considering doing this for extra money, spending money, birthday parties, again, animals, debt reduction, saving for a vacation. So this is going to resonate with you. That was me. My goal was join with the business kit. It was affordable. It's a 0 risk opportunity. And then I'm going to make enough money to pay for my CrossFit membership for me and my husband, which was also marriage therapy for us. Like, it's a big, long story, too long for tonight, but that was my goal. Initial goal, couple $100 a month, made a big difference for us. As I started to grow this more and more and more, I found out I was expecting our little guy. And once I got to about 5 months pregnant, it hit me like, what if I don't want to go back to work? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to want to stay home. I don't think, like Krista said, I didn't think I was the stay-at-home mom type. I love to work. But what I found out once I had him was if he was going to be my only one, which he did end up being our only one, I didn't want to miss anything, because I only get one shot at the first day of kindergarten. I'm going to cry. I only get one shot at everything because I only have one kiddo. And that just really, like, I don't remember who said that to me when I was pregnant. And they're like, well, if you only have one, you're going to want to savor every minute. And I've really tried to do that. So long story short, I built this working full time, not sure what I'd want to do with it, but confident that it was making a difference in my life. It was paying for things. It was paying off things. It was giving us the opportunity to come into this home. But the thing I didn't know I would need was mom friends. It is hard to make friends as a grown adult. And in our business, these people become my best friends, like literally our best friends. Look at Tara nodding her head. And if you're watching this and you're a consultant, or an ambassador, excuse me, branding change happening right now. If you are an ambassador with Epicure, if you'd comment on the Facebook live stream, wherever you're watching this, #replay, if you're catching the replay, and anything we say that resonates, would you comment? We're just so thankful you took time tonight to watch this. But if you are an ambassador and you feel that way, like this is friendships for you, I'd love you to just share your thoughts on that below, because it's like a sorority without the hazing, I always say. And it's where everyone's accepting and can just be themselves, but it's fun. We wear matching shirts and all the things. And so it's just, for me, it's like a really fun way to have good, like-minded friends in seasons where otherwise you say, like, where do you go meet people? It's hard sometimes. So that for me was an unexpected perk that came from this business that I wasn't expecting, like a friendship like ours. Chris and I met on an incentive trip. I may have had too many cocktails and told her we were in a different country than we were actually in. Still embarrassed about that moment. What did we were in Costa Rica and I said,
You said we were in Jamaica. And I was like, oh, okay, well, go have another beverage and we'll meet up later. Just kidding.
She's like, who is this lady? Anyway,
no, I was like, oh, she doesn't know where she's going or what's going on. This is perfect. This is like being in a nutshell. For those who don't know me, I'm just kind of like squirrel, like, oh, so yeah. And then the other perks, you know, and something that, so the friendships are huge. Another thing that, you might not hear, well, you probably hear us talk a lot about, but something that I think is super important, obviously, is the income. Because I think back of just when I started in this industry for some, you know, however many years ago, 12 years ago, and I started in this industry for a discount on taco seasoning. It was that simple. Like, I just loved the taco seasoning. I loved the thought of getting my groceries shipped to my doorstep. But then when I thought of the possibility of staying at home and paying for one car, like, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think there was an opportunity like this. And this might be speaking to some of you that are watching right now or the replay, because I think back then, like, gosh, I'm going to do one of those things. Like, I'm going to be, and you might be thinking like, oh, I can't do one of those things. My friends are going to think, oh, and we're in the business of sharing something we love. Starbucks isn't paying us. Amazon's not paying us. We're in the business for something we're sharing something we love and sharing something we're passionate about. And so if you're sitting here thinking, you're like, gosh, I just don't know if I can do one of these things because my friends are going to think X, Y, and Z. No, like you're in what we have here is something that could totally change not only your dinner plate, but also change your income, whether big or small. For me, it was discount on groceries, and then it was my van, and then it was to pay for like YMCA classes, and then to pay for a trip to Disney. It was all these different things, and it's all different seasons. And I don't think it's talked about enough, the income piece of it, because sometimes we all like to stay small, because we're scared of what everyone else thinks, or what if this doesn't work, or what have you. But I just want to just the how the world is right now, we're in the business of sharing, of getting paid for something we love to share, essentially. And that's what this is. You're helping people with quick, easy meal solutions. And I just think it's really important to just point that out, because sometimes people get really uncomfortable when you talk about the income piece of it. But you can literally have this and a full-time job, this and a part-time job, this and like this can be an and in your life, and be a really great and stream of income for you and your family. So I love the income, friendships, income.
Yeah. So by the way, if I'm typing, it's because I'm answering the very many questions on social media. So I just want to give a shout out to the Facebook Live, like very active tonight. Thank you. I love it. Please keep asking questions. Carissa's going to go over there now and make sure I answered thoroughly, and she'll add any other thoughts as well on the streams. But I was trying to check them all because a lot of you are asking great questions. I thought I'll just cover them really quick so that those questions are in the replay. Someone asked, is this the 1099 type of business? Like, will we get a tax document if you earn income? Yes, it is a 1099. You earn real money. We're not paid in products. We earn real money. I'm a real professional. I sometimes feel like I have to say this, and this isn't just me. I know Carissa feels this way, and Tara, like, we're professionals. It's not just all like, I don't know, people who can't find another job. In fact, that's very rarely who comes into our industry. It's people who have had rockin' careers as attorneys or doctors or nurses or teachers or secretaries, or in my case, I was human resources, right? Hiring and firing and training. But I just don't want to be told by somebody else what my income cap is, like what I'm going to make for the year, and my, whatever percentage raise that I didn't technically have to earn, because it's just based on seniority a lot of times. I want to be able to earn a raise that's bigger. I want to perform at a level of excellence and get more. And I also didn't want someone to tell me the hours. that I could or could not be with my child. But as Carissa said, I don't think anyone comes into the business even realizing those kind of dreams. Let's just talk about the birthday parties and dance lessons and minivan payment and student loans that this business pays for. So money for sure. Another question that was asked, or another comment that was said was, yes, just I didn't expect to make the friendships nor get the personal growth. And that's a perk I didn't write down, Chris. I forgot about it. Best personal development you will ever give yourself is joining our team. I can say that. Look at Kimberly shaking her head. The confidence, the inclusion, the community, it all goes together. But every morning I get up, and this would have never been a habit. I have my Bible here. I've got a bunch of books. I'm actually doing this courageous study. I'm almost done with it. I started at the start of the year. I every day work to grow my brain so I can be the best wife, best woman, best wife, best mom that you can be. That is something we forget all the time. Personal growth. So while that wasn't on our list to talk about, that's a huge perk. I think this is an industry that encourages you to live your best life, but be your best self. And whether that is weight loss you're looking for, which our products help manage that, of course, whether it's just confidence enough to go live, whether it's, so many things.
Or just somebody just kicking you in the pants and telling you that, you
can do
you
more.
can
You're
do
made
this.
for more. Yes.
Yeah.
You're made for more if you're
versus
watching it.
punching a clock.
Yes. Another thing that Carissa is really passionate about. So I'll just say, and then I'll let her go off on this one. This is really her. You get paid here to like prep your meals, feed your family anyway, write off your groceries. Like, do you guys understand? That's a huge perk of this job. So Carissa, why are you so passionate about this?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Well, it was quite interesting when we went with our spring break trip last week and we shopped groceries, had them shipped or did the Instacart thing, and Tony's like, my husband's like, keep the receipt. This is a write-up, like keep the receipt, because we use all Epicure things. And I totally like spaced on them. Like, oh my gosh, you're testing new recipes. You're having people over for parties or events, buying wine for customer appreciation. But like, you are essentially making dinner every single day. Sometimes for those of you that stay home 3 times a day, snacks, all the things, it never stops. I feel like they're always eating. You're cooking yourself dinner anyway. Why not share it with other people? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you share your bubbler post. I mean, you share your new fancy pink Starbucks drink. People are going out and getting it. Why not share your plate and help other people do the same thing? Because right now, people need what we have. And I was a little sleep deprived on the drive back from break, and I did my shopping on the way back, and I wasn't paying much attention, and I almost fell out of my chair when I saw the receipt on how much groceries are. And I wasn't planning. I was just like, oh yeah, but like didn't look at anything. And with Epicure, you can save yourself a lot of time, a lot of headache, and a lot of less waste when you have a plan of here's what I need to get, here's what we're having, and you're not going to throw away a bunch of stuff at the end of the week. And so I just think this is a opportunity that goes with you everywhere. To work. Do you eat at work? On vacation? Do you eat on vacation? When you go to the park, do you eat at the park? You bring snacks? Like, this goes everywhere, right? It goes everywhere with you. So you can share it with everybody, everyone you come in contact with.
Yep.
Which, by the way, my and FYI, your significant other can help you as well. My husband has been bringing a catalog to work, and he's like, so and so needs 3 honey garlic meatball, and this person needs, and I'm like, oh my. He's like, and how much is the multi-purpose steamer? Because they would like that, because they saw me bring that to work. So just, people need an easy button, and we have that.
So Carissa, a couple of things. Somebody said, I've been part of a few different direct sales companies over many years, and I've never had the level of support and encouragement we have here. And I just thought that really speaks to the community and what we try to create, which everyone can win here. A lot of people agree with personal development. That's one of the best perks. The friendships, a lot of people are saying that. I'm just reading to make sure I didn't miss any other comments. Lots of great comments, you guys. So thanks so much for being so active over on the streams. I'm trying to manage both. So I'm watching both if you're watching my eyes. Another thing that I wrote down, so I think everyone kind of knows this already about me, but so I'll be the one to say this, but travel for me is like the best perk. So I want to know, Carissa, have you ever been on a cruise?
No.
Are you excited
Never.
about this cruise?
Very excited. And And Tony's never been on a cruise either. So now that makes me even equally excited.
I'll tell
And
you
it's
all
been
the
something I've wanted to do too.
Yeah.
I've like, we looked at it. Oh, and now we can go.
Yeah. So we just found out, you guys, if you're watching this and joining right now, like this is a really great time to consider jumping on board because this is our first month of trip trekking. We're trekking for the next 12 months and we are going on an all expense paid transfer from the airport to the cruise ship, your flight coming into the state of Florida, the cruise, and that includes your food and your beverage on the cruise, which is important to note because cruises are not always all inclusive. But our company is fully funding this amazing cruise on the Allure of the Seas. If you want to go look it up, I've been on the sister ship, and right now we have one of our Epicure ambassador sisters, Christine Nacky. She's on the sister ship, the Oasis. It's incredible. It's a city at sea. It's got Central Park and it's got the Boardwalk District, and it's got Royal Promenade. It's got all the things. It's got a bar that makes drinks and it's robots that make the drinks. Like it is the coolest vacation ever. You're not
Oh
even
my
going to want
gosh.
to get off and see the islands that they're taking us to, although they're very like awesome where we're going. You're going to want to stay on the ship and explore. And so why I get lit up about this, years ago when my husband and I got married, we agreed we would try every year to travel. It's just important to us. Some people, I know that is not your thing. You hunt or fish or camp or everybody has different hobbies, but I just want you to know my heart, we love to travel. And so this business gives me the opportunity every single year to earn a free trip as a couple or as a family, depending where they're sending us and what trip it is. Because we've done Disney before in the past. They've done Portugal. We've done Mexico and Jamaica, all the places. It's so fun. Also, Carissa and I, based on our ranks, have the chance to earn a free trip every January to Mexico, to Puerto Vallarta for Upper Director Retreat. Many times your leader will host leader retreats that you can earn the opportunity to attend at a discount or free, depending on what they're doing. We have a chance when you're a brand new leader in our company, you can earn a trip that Carissa's about to take this summer called New Leader Retreat to our home office, where you get to see our corporate headquarters, how we make our sachets and our jars. It's so amazing. I went whale watching. That's a trip you can do. There is so much travel if you want it. And if you don't, you can pass. I just want to say that too.
Mhm.
You have the right. Carissa, I know, has had to miss trips because of baseball tournaments or her family, and it's okay. She's still a top 10 in the company and crushes it every single month. But if you want to travel, if you want to see the world, oh my goodness, you need to get on board in our company because yeah, go ahead, Carissa.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never traveled this much before this industry. I feel like I remember one really great trip as a kid.
Yeah.
Like that we went on, that my family took me on out west, and it was like the best trip ever, but I feel like that was the only trip they took us on. Sorry, mom, if you're watching. But they took us to like different things, like different places. This was like a big trip, so it just sticks with me. But so then like Tony and I, we went on our honeymoon, but that was it. So then when you're earning, like, your job's basically saying, hey, you do your job, we'll send you on a free all-inclusive vacation. Like, hello, sign me up. I've never worked in a job where they've done that, right? So they offered that. So I don't think I would travel at all. And now that you're saying this, Kale, it's like, oh my gosh, I've seen so many parts of the world that I probably would have never seen
Yeah.
for free.
Carissa and I, you guys, let me quickly tell you a couple of really cool places. Carissa and I together have been to Panama, and I got to see the Panama Canal, and I went with Carissa and her brother and her sister-in-law, and they were like speaking all these languages. I would go see the Panama Canal in a heartbeat. Go see it if you have the chance. We also went to Colombia. Cartagena, Colombia. I had to think for a second. Because even saying it out loud, it sounds so weird. Like we went there one time, Costa Rica, so many places. Why does this matter? You don't pay for anything except parking your car at the airport and to get your passport. Like that is truly a gift, a thank you gift for showing up at a level that is what I would call consistent. You don't have to be the top in the company, but you show up consistently in your personal business and work it every day. And we had 22 achievers in my team last year alone. And this year our goal is 50. And somebody just asked the requirements, and I'm scared to hit enter on the comment because I'm nervous. Tara, is it 50K and 75K, or what is it to earn? Yes. Okay. I
Yes.
didn't, me in details, just not really always there. So just checking. Okay. So somebody asked how you can earn points quick. I just want to quick cover this. What's really cool about our company, Carissa and I were in a different company years ago where you had to do certain things, like you have to share the business opportunity with so many people, and you have to do this and you have to do this. That is not how our trips are earned. You have a points number that you have to hit, and you can get points in many different ways. You could sell the entire trip. If you just want to sell $50,000 in 12 months, which by the way is totally doable, and you want to earn your trip in sales points, you can do that. If you want to grow a big team, because that's a strength of yours, is like hiring and onboarding and getting excited about that, you can do that and get more points. There's a ton of ways to earn points, but it's just based on a point system. But there's no requirement of like, you must have a team this size or you must do this much volume. It's however you want to get the points. Anything I missed on that? And someone also said, Kayla, you forgot to talk about the fact that we all get an ocean view balcony room, not an inside room, not even an ocean view, but a balcony room is part of it. And if you don't know cruises, the price goes significantly up once you're in a balcony room. So really cool perk for sure. Okay. What else, Carissa? Well, I'm answering a couple of these questions quick.
Trying to think of what else. I mean, the main ones we covered: the friendships, the personal development, the community, the income, the fun. I mean, it's fun.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Yeah.
when I wake up to share, it's and talk and share Epicure and talk about how amazing our products are and just the opportunity and things like that. It's fun. It's not like, ugh, it's Monday, it's just it's fun. It's the support. And I know this might be a question. I don't know if they asked this in the question or in your post, but the support and training that you receive is incredible. And it's from everyone. It's not, oh, it's just this particular group or that particular group. It's from our CEO down that they care about what you think, they care about. And if you didn't see Tara's live last Sunday, she had talked about this, that she matters and everyone here matters. There she is. But I thought that was so great because it's true. Tara's not just, blowing smoke. You are a part of this and you matter collectively and you're not just a number. And so I think that's super important. And if you are considering and you're like, gosh, I just don't know, you're going to get training right off the get-go, and you're going to get amazing incentives and perks right off the get-go. So like, if you're just sitting here like Kim and Han trying to figure out now or tonight, I would say it's worth you checking out more with, or asking your ambassador a few more questions and just getting your questions answered and just taking a look and just seeing if this is something for you. It's food. It is food. And if you've hosted this month and you haven't used your host credits,
use your rewards and join. Absolutely.
Use your rewards and join. You're going to get an amazing box full of cookware and food.
Yeah, a couple of things I wrote down with that. You're going to get trained, like the best of the best training. We're constantly changing it. Our company is hiring like professional staff to help us design. Like if you want to go out and do parties, like we've got all the tools, including like all of it scripted out, templates for you. When you hear things like Canva, it's a graphics program. We've got templates made there for you. We've got sample text that you could, like, all of it's done for you. We have all of that. I would say the best of the best training. Our teams, our local teams meet up. We have local meetups. I know Carissa and her team, if you go follow her on social, she has some pictures from last week. They did their season launch or a season sampler, it looks like, and they had a great time and a great turnout. And so there's so much fun getting together. Again, that's where friendships tie in, growth, training, just laughing and having a good time, and also digging in and making this into whatever you want it to be. Like Carissa said, if you're thinking about joining right now, like reasons to join, we offer you so much in your first 90 to 120 days in cash, free products, Epicure logo gear, or like apparel, just so many perks in the beginning, referral bonuses. So make sure to ask the person that you're talking to for a copy of the compensation plan and for the fast path program. And I do want to state, of course, like none of this is promised. Chris and I didn't wake up lucky. We didn't wake up with this huge direct sales team. We started with a business kit and maybe a little tiny vision of like, if I could make a couple $100, and then each of us has grown to, all we eat is Epicure. So we want to get our products for free, which we can do as ambassadors. We want to share it with more people and bless their lives. And we want to change people's wealth as too. So I want to change people's health and wealth. And you get to pick if one or both of those is a blessing to you and which one. But I just wanted to say that too. Our company rewards consistency. So at the very minimum level, if you are consistent each month at the active status, which is 250 QV, which is a little under US dollars. So just to make this simple, we'll just say $250. If you do that a month in sales or a personal purchase, and you do that regularly, we're going to give you free stuff each quarter, which is amazing. Also, as leaders, if you're consistent in your leader qualifications, we send you all the new products and all the new catalogs for free every season. No claiming it, no having to pay shipping. It just comes. It comes as a perk of the job. And I tried to list out all the many perks that this job gives me.
Free.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Rewards, recognition, free website. You can earn trips. We earned a trip to Vegas.
Vegas. Talk about Vegas.
We're going to Vegas in a few weeks.
Chrissy's watching with some of her people and she's coming and she said Vegas and I forgot. Yeah, talk about.
So I mean, tons of perks. You earn yourself free groceries every month. You get paid weekly. No inventory required. You don't need to keep a crazy amount of inventory. Like I said, no credit card processing fee, no website fee. Like there's just, the list goes on, and perks from the company. And like Kayla was saying, swag and all these things that you can get from being consistent. And something I always like to say too, and I feel passionate about this too, is that you have a seat here. You have a seat here. Anybody, wherever you land, if I joined for discount taco season, Kayla joined for, essentially discount taco season, but at that time it was for the monthly meals that she was getting, and she just wanted to feed her and Nate better while they did their CrossFit and things like that. We joined for just those things, so you can come in for those things. And if things change and you have a different, you want more, you want whatever, you want extra, you're gonna get that here, and you're gonna have the opportunity. But I just want to make sure that everyone knows you have a seat here. You don't have to be Kayla, you don't have to be Tara, you don't have to be Kimberly, you don't have to be me, like you, but you get to be you, and you get to decide how this business works. And I always say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you're gonna get the support at every level. You just have to say yes to jumping in and just seeing if this is a fit for you. And I haven't looked at the comments and things like that, but I saw a lot of, I saw Kimberly shaking her head, and Kayla, some of the comments that you're reading, that there's a lot of people that it's not just us saying it. There's many people out there that that agree with us and believe in this, and believe in our opportunity and what we have to offer.
Here.
You have a seat.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Let's see my voice.
I know I clicked on a comment to answer it because somebody said, is it $250 a month? So you were
yes.
Yeah, you were referencing when I was talking about the consistency club, and the answer is to earn the consistency prize each quarter, or gift each quarter. It's a month. Yes, but that's not what it takes to stay active. We were talking about perks and gifts and incentives, and that would be a gift that you get if each 3-month period, so January, February, March, you do that 250 level, you get a gift for doing that. If you don't do it, you're not punished. But once a quarter, we've always had the rule, or the kind of like part of our membership is you have to have 250 in volume to stay active. That is over the course of 3 months starting in May. So we get asked that question a lot. Like, if you join right now, when do I have to put something in by? You'll have a 3-month period cumulative to stay active. If you join at this point, you're in that window, because March and April are month 1, May is month 2, June is month 3. So you'll have that entire time to have the 250. So go ahead, Carissa.
And I was going to say, if you join tonight, which you should, you get access to all the new products tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get paid on Friday. You get your first paycheck on Friday. So that's another perk, right, Kayla? We didn't talk about that. You get access to all new.
Talk about that quick while I answer a couple questions here.
Yeah, you get access to all the new products that Epicure launches. So as an ambassador, that's another perk that we get when you are a part of Epicure, which is pretty cool, right? We've gotten to test out these products the last few weeks. So it's fun. It's exciting, and it's, you're going to want to be a part of, get with your or your ambassador before the new catalog launches, because you're going to want all the things. So you might not just jump in and just do it with us, share it with us.
Chris, somebody asked how much it costs to join. Do you want to explain the kit right now that we have?
So right now, well, if you host it in March, obviously you can use your host credits. You can use either a half price item or the credit. So you can use one or the other to join this month. Otherwise, it's $99 plus shipping and handling for US and 125 for Canada, plus shipping and handling. And then you get almost $300 worth of cookware, meal packs, prep tools, jars, a ton of really great, awesome items in your business kit, which I think is incredible because I
the
would
most
join
popular
every month.
thing- Yeah, no kidding.
The
So I would,
multi-purpose steamers in there, like
and yeah, another thing to
no
think about
brainer.
Another thing to think about is we're coming to the end of this business kit. We're not going to be signing up new ambassadors the same way starting in May. So right now it's really vital that you think about it. And if you're on the fence, that value that you get in our kit right now to join, the fact that you would qualify for all of, the trip points and all the things that are happening, I would just really sit back and ask yourself, what do you have to lose, and jump in. If you're asking the kinds of questions that you guys are asking tonight on the Facebook live stream, you're interested, you're ready, you're there. Someone once said to me, what is stopping you? And I had no answer, no legit answer. I mean, time. How many of you struggle? I see Kim with littles. Carissa's little came in. Like, I get it. We're busy. Everyone's busy. You're not going to get less busy. But with this, you can add more value, maybe more finances to your family, maybe more fun. It's an and business. You can do all the things you do and this in the small pockets of time if you show up, as Kimberly's nodding her head with her kids running around. But I just think that's really important to say. When someone asked me what's stopping you, all I could think of was like, well, I don't really want to be like salesy to my friends and family. And again, we have training that'll help you through that. Go ahead, Krista. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, and involve your kids. I
Yes.
mean, well, a quick story, and I know we've taken up a ton of your time tonight, but that's just how Kayla and I roll.
Yeah, Chris is like, we're going to keep it to 15 minutes. And I was like, yeah, we're going to keep it to 15 minutes. Okay.
So I should cushion in the 10-minute of chit chat, but one of my teammates this past Sunday, she works a very demanding job, full-time job. She has 2 kids. Both her kids play baseball or baseball and softball were my kids. So I know her schedule and what that's like. It's a like whole like separate thing. And then her husband works too. And but her daughter's super involved. Like she loves making food with her. So her daughter wanted to do a kids cooking party. So she went live and she had 6 of her little friends on this Facebook live with her. And they did a fun little kids cooking party. So like, if you're sitting here thinking too, like, I have 7 kids, or I never leave my house or whatever, there's ways for you to involve your kiddos and share this, and get them in the kitchen. You're teaching them a life skill, right? This is something they should be learning, when they go to school, different, things about cooking and being in the kitchen and stuff like that. So this is something that you could teach them and do alongside of them. I mean, my Nora that was just on here, she helped me stuff all my catalogs tonight. She loves it.
Yeah.
She just thinks it's the best thing ever. But you're teaching your kids a lot of different things too. So don't let that hold you back to like, oh gosh, I just had a baby, or oh, I have a little, they're under 2 years old, or whatever. There's, this isn't something where you have to sit at a computer and be at from 9 to 5. You could have a lot of fun with it with your kiddos. I've been there through all the seasons of,
Oh my gosh.
when I joined, my
Krista.
oldest was 18 months, and I've been through 3 more kids since him,
Yeah. I feel like this last week's I have a tender heart on this topic because I remember last week, Thursday, I celebrated my 9th year in business. It was my 9th anniversary on March 23rd. And I sat and really thought about who was I in each of those seasons? And like, who was I when I found this business 9 years ago? I was just some random girl at a party who the consultant said to me, hey, have you ever thought about doing something like this? And I was like, hell no. I was sassy like that. That's exactly what I said. And then I drove home and I was like, well, gosh, I'm going to host a party anyway. It was so fun. I might as well just join and make the money on it. Like the little bit of money, right? Pay myself back for the $49 investment or whatever I was paying, or 99. And so I did it. And I think like back then I just ran on pure, I didn't know anything, you guys. I didn't know one thing about the company or what I was even supposed to talk about. I just ran on the fact that it was helping me put dinner on the table and it fit my nutritional goals and it was perfect. So if you're doing keto, or you have goals to lose weight this year, or you do Weight Watchers, or you're gluten-free, like you have a nutritional need or goal, that's where I started. I was doing paleo and I was CrossFitting and that was it. And then a year later, I'm this baby little leader. I know Carissa can relate to this, leading these couple people. And that was a dream come true. I remember thinking, this is so fun to help people. So if you're somebody watching this tonight and you want to change people's lives, I've gotten to change a lot of lives. I hope people feel that way that's watching this live. I feel that way, that I've gotten to change a lot of people's lives over the last 9 years. Like, it has been such a blessing, like an extreme blessing. And then I think about when I quit my job to be home with my little guy, and Carissa nailed it. It was not like it is today, where I can come in here and I can chit chat with Carissa and I can get all my stuff done and get my mailers in the mail and then go to the bus stop and pick up my kiddo. It was messy. It was baby puke and breastfeeding at 2 a.m. while I was sending out a host coaching message to a host, and it was getting a babysitter to go to an in-person party. But if you want it, you'll do it, and you find time to do it. I swear to you, the most successful people in our industry are creative mamas, or people who are willing to be busy but find a way to create something more with this vehicle. They find the time. You do. It really comes together. So I never will say it's not work, because it is a job. Like, we're going to pay you to do it. Like, it's a job, but it's fun. And today, like, a friend texted me and said, "You want to go out to lunch?" Absolutely. I'll wrap up my work day by 12:30. I got my workout in the morning, and I could go to lunch and sit and chit chat, because I have that freedom now. I've built it for my family. So yeah, gosh, it was fun.
I love that.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah.
I just think, like, where does the time go? Almost a decade.
Maybe we should just do like coffee chats and just sit and talk and just have like a TV show on Facebook.
Can we do that? Would you guys watch it? Tell us below in the comments. Would you watch it?
Like, we could just pick a topic. We could be like our own little, I don't know what we call it. I wouldn't say sitcom, but like your coffee chat
entertainment
Friday.
For people that got ready for work.
With people, you watch some people that do like get ready with me videos and stuff, and you sit and talk with them. We could just have coffee and just talk with people.
People are saying if we do that, they will watch. Maybe we should.
I don't even know.
Chris and I will take away a homework assignment, so we don't stay on here for another 20 minutes. We'll look at our schedules and see if we could get some time on where maybe we become consistent through the summer or something, one day a week, one morning.
That'd be fun.
Coffee. It would be fun. It would really keep us. I love connecting.
We could even meet like in person and do it.
We could do that. Chris and I, did we mention we only live an hour apart? So we do actually see each other, and we're going to fly to Vegas together. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I thought of one more thing. Yes. Someone just commented in the chat and said, "I love that our team offers power hours where you can jump on Zoom and everybody's working together in silence, but they're working together." That's how I got work done too in the early days. Accountability. I knew my group was going to be out at 5 a.m. and I knew I had to get up, even if I was tired as a breastfeeding mama. Because if I worked from 5 to 7, by the time McCully was up, I could go to the morning play dates. I could go to library time. I could go do the things, go have fun. And I knew I got those critical success factors, or those income producing activities, IPAs, we call them, done. And that would be a tip I would tell any one of you. You're going to find a little time in the morning, or a lunch hour, or some time at night before bed, like this time of the night. When you're watching this live, this is when you would do your Epicure work. In this time we did this, you'd be able to knock out a ton of work and build a business to leader level in this company if you get strategic. So yeah, anyway, just it made me think of that when we said coffee chats. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I love the power hours that we offer." And that is that in essence. You're not talking as much, you're working, but it's the same concept. Yeah. Okay, one last call for questions. This is your chance. I'm in Canada. Will you come to my house? Not quite, Nicole, though we do love you. Thank you for asking. I mean, maybe when I'm in Canada next, I would stay, but we will probably get together now and make these coffee chats into something. Nicole also said, share the trackers with your kids. They love coloring in bubbles, doing checklists. Great way to involve your kids. I love that. That was a great tip. And someone said, I think it's interesting. A lot of the ambassadors that you've been able to leave the corporate world and a lot of times also retire your spouses. I think that's really cool. And yeah, our upline, Dana, Chris and I have the same upline, and she has a retired military spouse who actually this year ran for mayor because he wants to be involved in his community, and he won. He is the mayor. I got to sit at their kitchen table. It was so fun. Anyway, I felt like rich and famous, like just knowing a mayor. But why we share all these things is like this business, I could take this whole list of perks and rip it up as far as I'm concerned. You won't know unless you say yes and give it a shot for you. Mine and Chris's lists are pretty similar, but that's because we're really like besties in business now. We've been doing this a long time. Your list, Kimberly's list, Katie's list, Rosie's list, they might look different, but you're not going to know unless you jump in and say yes. So ambassadors, your homework from tonight, go share this with someone that you love. Go invite them to check this out. Anyone that watches the replay, #replay, let us know you got all the way to the end. Let us know if you want to see a coffee chat in a theater near you. Just kidding. Kind of not. We're probably going to do that for real. I feel like it's going to happen. Anything else, Carissa, you want to say?
Oh my gosh, we can have our first one in Vegas. No,
oh my gosh. Yes. The last morning before we come home, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the calendar right now.
Oh yeah, so I'll be really wide awake for that one. Really.
Yep, that's what we're doing. We're doing it on that
Oh man.
20th. That's when it's gonna happen. Coffee chat.
Oh boy.
Anything else, you guys? Any other questions? Let me check the chats
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, and asking questions even if after you watch the replay too and come back and
Yeah.
someone will answer.
Yep. We would love to help you. We'd love to answer any questions. Trust the ambassador that invited you to watch this. They love you. They care about you. They invited you for a reason. Yeah, we're just really thankful for your time. We know we went way over. God's blessings to each of you as we wrap up month end. If you're in an industry where month end matters, this is kind of that crunch window. And if you are thinking about it and you're on the fence and you need to just ask a few questions, you can reach out to any of us. And then of course you'll go back to your ambassador to get signed up, but any one of us would love to answer your questions. There's lots of people commenting in the chat, so feel free to reach out to one of them if you want to. We have a great community of caring and sharing people who truly want what's best for you. But I just want to leave you with that question before I end the live. And that is, what's stopping you? Why not give being an Epicure ambassador a shot? So,
And
night,
after
everybody.
all,
Thanks so much, Carissa. Oh, go ahead.
Like I say, after all, it's just your groceries. So
Yes, just your groceries. Absolutely. Night, everybody. Thanks so
okay,
much.
bye everybody.